Welcome back. I'm Anand Naidu, sitting in for Riz Khan. Our next guest is a young man who was born to Iraqi Christian parents who left their homeland in the 1970s. Tommy Hanna grew up in Southern California and has been watching as his ancestral home has fallen to civil war, occupation, and a yet unknown future. Tommy, who joins us now from San Diego, California, assumed the stage name Timz and arranged his thoughts and feelings into rap lyrics. After his debut single Iraq got thousands of hits on the popular website youtube.com, he attracted more and more attention, and now he's come out with a new CD, Open for Business. Let's take a look at Iraq by Timz.
Somehow, someway, someday we gon' burn this bitch down for what they didn't upgrade. Somebody somewhere say something. I tie myself out and I ain't changed one thing. God, it look like you ain't watched in a while, and I don't even know when's the last time I smiled. They look and feel sorry for us. Can you believe it? The great Iraq, as if we need it. And look what they decide to give us. Blood from the world to fill up our rivers. And what we supposed to be thankful? You killed my family and I should say thank you? No thanks, you got your tanks, I got my guard, bring it on. It sound pretty, you can sing along, cause the sound of gunfire is my favorite song. Sing it. There's a war going on outside, no birds round here, just bullets that fly. There's a war going on outside, there's death everywhere, but I feel so alive. There's a war going on outside, no birds round here, just bullets that fly. There's a war going on outside, there's death everywhere.
And before we continue and talk to Timz, don't forget we take your questions on this show. To contact us by telephone, please dial country code 1 for the United States, then 202-741-0720. We can also receive text messages from your mobile. The number to use for that is country code 44 for the United Kingdom, then 7797 800-600. And if you're using email, you have to send them to riz@aljazeera.net. Well, let's say hi to Timz now. Welcome to the show. Timz, you are an Iraqi, or rather an American of Iraqi descent, and we have been talking on the show in the past few minutes about the war entering its 5th year in Iraq, and a lot of your music is about that war. It's anti-war music, it's protest music. As this war enters its 5th year, what are your feelings?
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate what's been going on, and you just wish that it could stop, and you wish that somebody had an answer to how it could stop, but it doesn't look like we're on the good path, and you know, you just hope for the best, and that's all you can do at this point.
You know, you make your message through music, hip-hop music, aimed at the younger generation. Are you getting any kind of a response?
Oh yeah, I'm getting a huge response, and it feels good, myself being a young person, that I am getting a response from other young people, because I think that's what we need. We need more young people involved, more people active in politics and what's going on around the world. You know, a lot of times people end up sitting on their couch playing games or watching television, but we need to be out there, we need to be on the streets, and we need our voices heard. And I think this video and the song is helping younger people come out and feel more proud of being, you know, active and in politics, so it's a good thing.
You know, do you find in the America of today that all people of Middle Eastern origin are lumped together?
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, for me, I'm a Chaldean, similar to the Assyrians from Babylon, Mesopotamia, and what makes us different in a sense is that we are Christian, and a lot of people don't know that there are Christians in the Middle East. And so, you know, a lot of people just get bunched up together. They're Iraqi, or everybody's Iranian, or everybody's this, you know, so it just feels like people here in the United States and all around the world don't really understand the Middle East. They don't know much about it. They don't, and they don't know too much. And so, for me, I'd like, if my music is helping to educate people about the different regions, about the different people, the different religions, you know, then I'm proud to do that.
Now, you're American, you were born in this country, you were brought up in this country, your parents came from Iraq, and as you point out, you from a group called the Chaldeans, who are Catholics. You did go back to Iraq at one stage. That was when Saddam Hussein was still in power. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah, I was pretty young then, but I do remember a lot about the country. I stayed with my grandparents at the time, and my family was there for a few months, and I remember a beautiful country, and it's unfortunate that, you know, what I probably won't go back for a while. I mean, hopefully sooner than later, but you know, the images that I see on television are not what I remember, are not the memories that I have in my head. That's not what I'm seeing on television. I'm seeing this war-torn country, and that's what really hurts as well, is that other people see Iraq and know Iraq as this chaotic country where this war has been going on and people are killing each other, but it is a beautiful country if you just get to go there and see it, and if you get to see the whole thing. So,
Timz, I'm going to get in a call in a moment, but I just want to ask you before we get to the call, were the Chaldeans persecuted by Saddam Hussein?
I mean, I would say as a majority, the Chaldeans were not targeted by Saddam Hussein because of our religion. Christianity and Christians were not targeted by Saddam Hussein based on our religion, because actually Saddam helped build some churches in Iraq, some Catholic churches, and he gave us the freedom to worship, and we weren't persecuted like we are being persecuted now in the region for our religion and whatnot.
Okay, let's get in a call from one of our viewers. Steve is in London. Steve, go ahead.
Hello, yeah. This war is illegal. The Iraq war, everyone knows, is illegal. The leaders of that country have been killed by the West in a war that the United Nations clearly states is illegal. It shouldn't have happened at all. And I wonder which other country in the world could have done what the U.S. has done to Iraq and get away with it. I commend that young man for his courage, and I wish him all the best in his life, in whatever he lays his hands upon. But I think the world needs to see what George Bush and this administration is doing to the world. I mean, this world is bloodier, is unsafe, is getting unsafer than when it took power, and is still getting bloodier every day. And I think something needs to be done. We're hoping that this administration will one day get out of office and will have a good administration for the United States. And most of the people there are nice people, people who oppose this war. And as such, I believe that someday something good is going to come out of this.
All right, Steve, thank you. A comment there from Steve talking to us from London. Now, Timz, you have also, I've heard, received a lot of emails from serving troops in Iraq. American troops who are serving in Iraq have sent you emails.
Yeah, I mean, I've made a lot of good friends from soldiers, you know, all across the United States who have come back. I even get emails sometimes from soldiers in Iraq telling me they like my song, they love the video, thank you for speaking up, you know, because like the last caller was saying, he was questioning whether, you know, any other country could have gotten away with this kind of war, but I have to say that, you know, in no other country I don't think would someone like myself be able to get away with speaking my mind so openly and so freely. That is what makes this country of America, you know, so great, is that someone like myself can come out and this public stage and stand up and you know, voice my concern with what the administration is doing and what direction this country is going in. So, yeah, this, you know, we've had our faults. America has had its faults, but at the same time, it is a great country, and you have to, you know, accept that as well. So.
Well, I want to talk about your success in a moment, but let's take a little bit of a listen to more of your CD.